Hey folks, I read an absolutely brilliant quote today from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, "In my walks, every man I meet is my superior in some way, and in that I learn from him." On my walks, everyone I encounter is my superior in some way, and in that way I learn from them. I love this. You know, if you followed this channel, you know I love the idea of learning. Knowledge and wisdom and information, we should be devouring it like food. We should be absorbing experiences and stories and information like we absorb oxygen. It is so incredibly key for us to become the person that we all want to be. It's so incredibly important for us to develop the communities we all want to live in. Information, and knowledge, and stories, and wisdom, and experiences. We need it all. And we can. I fully believe in what Emerson here is saying. We can absolutely learn from every single person we encounter. Absolutely every single person we encounter. Now I know that may sound strange. You're hearing a priest say this kind of thing. What do you mean you can learn from every single person? A Christian, you're supposed to be trying to become like Christ. How could you possibly learn from people all over the world, from people from all segments of life? Shouldn't you be focused on Christ? Shouldn't you be focused on the Bible? Shouldn't you be focused on the saints? Well, yes, in some ways. In some ways. For me, as a Christian, I do want to become a better example of Jesus in this world. I want to grow to become a better and better image of who Jesus truly is, so that when people see me and when people have an encounter with me, they're having an encounter, a better, a fuller encounter with Christ. But if all I do is follow the stories of Jesus, which is all I have the Gospels, or the teachings of Paul and the other authors of the New Testament, or if all I do is follow the lives of the saints, then I'm only ever going to get so close. Now, St. Francis of Assisi is considered to be the closest a human being ever came to becoming like Christ. And so if I devote my life to living like St. Francis of Assisi, I'm only ever going to grow almost as close as he grew. I'm never going to surpass him, because if he had that knowledge, he would have gotten there. If I genuinely want to surpass what St. Francis did, and that's a lot, that's a big bone to chew on. It's going to require me taking in information and experience and wisdom from all types of people, from all types of disciplines. It's not going to be enough for me to simply follow Christian doctrine to try to become Christ. And now this is true for every Christian, right? This isn't just me. Every Christian lives, supposedly, to grow, to become more like Christ. Every single day, our goal is to become more like Christ today than I was yesterday. And tomorrow, I hope to be more like Christ than I was today. That's our goal. And that's going to require us to grow. That's going to require us to continue building ourselves up, to continue gaining more and more information. There's no way we can stagnate. We can become stagnant. We just can't. We can't hit a plateau. We have to continue moving forward. Now, that doesn't mean we have to shoot up at 89 degrees. Maybe it's a nice slow climb. But we need to always be moving forward in some manner. So for me, I look at it and say, bring on the teachings of the saints. I'll eat that up. Bring on the teachings of other priests and bishops. Bring on the teachings of the mystics and the charismatics. Bring on the teachings of the ministers and the pastors, regardless of their denomination. Bring on the teachings of the rabbis, of the iams, of the yogis. Bring on the teachings of our philosophers, of our economists, our scientists, our leaders. Bring all of that to me. Let me embrace all of it, including the information that comes from people that I have no respect for, or those people who I disagree with vehemently. I'll take that information too, because even in that it may teach me what path not to take, what words not to use, what theology to set aside. We can and we should, if we're genuine in our desire to grow and to become more like Christ, if we are genuine in our desire to become a better and better and better person, to bring about a better and better and better world, we need to embrace the teachings, whether we agree with them or not, of all those people we encounter. And in this world, we encounter so many people in so many ways that Emerson never could have possibly imagined. And yet they're there for us. The fields are ripe. The fields are ripe with food. They're ripe with a harvest for us to gather. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that you and I will continuously be seeking out those sources of information, of knowledge, of experiences, of stories, of wisdom, so that we can continuously, in some way, to some degree, always be moving forward, always be growing, so that we will always be a part of this world becoming a better place. Amen.